Most of the time when you're installing new parts on your motorcycle, you know they're kind of going to work together. I mean, occasionally you run into some fitment issues and such, but I ran into a situation where it does matter, and I messed up. And when I mess up, I want to share that with y'all so that maybe I'll prevent you from doing the same thing that I did. What's up? I'm Jim. Welcome back to J Street Moto. Welcome to the channel if it's your first time. A little over a year ago, I installed Thrashin's 9.5-inch pullback risers and high bend bars on my 24 Road Glide. And at the time that I did that installation, there is a, well, let me show you. This is the stock riser off of a 24 Road Glide. Specifically, it kind of goes in like this. If you notice this hole right here, that hole holds a clip, a clamp, a retaining clamp that your clutch cable goes through on your clutch side. And when I installed those risers, I just eliminated it because none of the videos I had watched associated with installing them, that included Two Lane Life and Thrashin, none of them mentioned anything about this. And I'm not throwing them under the bus because you'll understand in a second, it doesn't matter unless you do something else. For me, I got rid of it and I just let the clutch cable kind of go where it went and ran it that way for a while, better part of a year. Didn't even realize it was going to be an issue until recently. As soon as I went to put the Mueller Power Clutch 2.0 in the bike and completely disconnected the clutch and put that new adjustment arm that they have, soon as I did that, as I'm setting the adjustment on my clutch at the derby cover and I'm squeezing stuff at the top just to see, you know, what's going on, I hear a loud pop. And at the time, I didn't know what it was. I assumed, you know, it was something with the cable. It didn't sound like it came from internal to where I had been putting that power clutch thing in. I heard a loud pop. Found out later what that pop was, and I'm going to show you if I can get light in there and let you see it. So if you're looking down in here, there is a block right here. There's the retaining clasp. It's a plastic block that goes in on one side and then it's clipped in on the other, and it sits flush with the throttle side of the neck on your bike. And this is the clutch cable. It goes through there. That's what it retains it. When I put the Mueller power clutch on and took apart the entire clutch cable so that I could add their metal adjuster, the first time I put tension on the clutch cable, because of how the cable was routed, it pushed that block out of its holder and I was never able to get it to go back in. After realizing that was out, I was like, well, it's not a big deal, I'll just leave it out. Flash forward, I had a really difficult time getting my clutch set. I'd be behind the derby cover at that set screw, getting it set, going back up. Long story short, I got it as close as I could get it, and even as close as I could get it, what was happening was, because the clutch cable wasn't routed the way it was designed to be routed, with the rest of that setup in there, I could pull my clutch fully in and it would not fully disengage the motor from the transmission. It's not like the bike's pulling forward or anything, but it made it very difficult to shift because it wasn't fully disengaging it. And if I revved the motor while the clutch was pulled in and I was in first gear, the bike for sure would lurch forward. So I knew that it was still engaged. So when we were on our 2,400 mile trip a few weeks back, it really became evident because the hotter the bike got, the worse the problem got. And it was really bugging me. So when I got home, I'm like, you know, I'm gonna figure this out. And I recall it being retained down there, but I didn't know for sure. I called my friends over at Speedway Harley-Davidson, I had the service guy there. The guy's name is Al. If you live in the Charlotte area and do anything at Speedway, especially with service, you know Al. Al's the guy that mans the counter back there. I called up, talked to Al. Al went onto the showroom floor and looked at a couple of Road Glides. He came back and he told me, he's like, yeah, there is a clip down there that retains it to the bottom of the riser. And so I decided I was going to fix the problem myself. There are no holes in the Thrashin risers for you to attach this thing to. So what I did, I rerouted the cable the way it was supposed to. I took the clamshell off that covers the top of your triple tree, took that off, pulled the cable in so that it was going right down the clutch side riser to the bottom. And there is a rubber like guard for the cable, I guess is a good way to put it. I slid that into the right spot and then wrapped a zip tie around it and zip tied it to the bottom of my clutch side riser. Then I undid the cable again, loosened it, pulled the derby cover off. I did the adjustment for the clutch. Then I did the adjustment for the cable. Clutch is smooth as butter now. Everything works perfect. And it was all because I was allowing that cable to just free run instead of pulling it into the bottom of the riser, because that extra tension was taking up some of that slack and was causing me to have a problem getting the clutch adjusted. So if all you've done is bars, you're probably not going to have this problem. If you've got the stock bars and all you've done is the Mueller Power Clutch 2.0, probably not going to have this problem. If you've done one and you're going to go do the other, you might end up having this issue. That's why I wanted to make this video, just to tell you about it real quick. It was something I did. It was a choice that I made to not, you know, kind of zip tie it back there. Based on all the information I was seeing when I was watching stuff, getting ready to do this, I'm not a mechanic, right? I messed up. Well, I'll say I messed up. I just made a choice, and that choice was the wrong one, turns out. So I thought I would make a quick video that shows you all that. I'll add some video in here right now of how I have that cable routed and how I have the zip tie attached to it. You can see this. I've zip tied it right here. I went around that little rubber gasket. I've got the clutch cable. It's going straight down along the riser, underneath here, and over to that brick, and this is where I have it zip tied. I still have the same play in the clutch, and my clutch still works the way it's supposed to. And just like that, everything's back together. And that plate is back in. As you can see, it's back in where it's supposed to be on the throttle side of the neck of the bike. Everything's working like it's supposed to now. It took me some time to figure it out, but I figured it out. So I thought I'd share it with you guys. That's all I got for today. If you've got any questions or something you want to say, drop it down in the comments. If it's a little more long and you want to have a little more in-depth conversation, send me an email at jstmoto22@gmail.com. I'll put it up here on the screen. I respond to every comment and email personally, and I usually do it in a pretty timely fashion. On a side note, we're almost at 2,600 subscribers. It was just a year ago that I hit 1,000, so I've added 1,600 subscribers almost in a year, which is nuts. That's all because of y'all, so I appreciate it. I really do. That's it. Thanks again for watching. Do me a favor, like, subscribe, click notification bell, share it with your friends. All that stuff's absolutely free to you, and it does help the channel. Always ride safe.